So the role that learning technologies will play at Bupa over the next 10 years is one about speed and two about capability. So first of all about speed in terms of delivering the learning that's required to continue to enhance and implement new systems, further develop our product offerings and make sure our people are trained on time and in the right place. And that's quite demanding now. We don't get 3-month or 6-month lead-in time. Sometimes it's days or weeks to change those behaviours. You can't do that without technology unless you have, huge amounts of people on board to be able to switch at a moment's notice, which most organisations don't. I think the thing is about capability. So the expectations of our customers become more and more demanding. We're a premium product to have for people. People have a choice about whether they pay for healthcare or not. And we have to keep differentiating in that space and having better equipped people, better trained people, more enhanced products and access to information and learning for the customer to educate them more about healthcare, I think will be critical enablers for us. Learning technologies will be that differentiator. And I think L&D people really need to shift, not just in terms of their understanding of the capability and the technology, but also the application of that, and not always looking at that classroom or traditional learning-based methodologies. It's about how they use that technology a different way. And I think the other differentiator is for L&D people to get more experimental in that space and working much more with the learners. And how might learners contribute to some of that learning that other people see? How might we engage that YouTube generation with sharing their learning in a wider format? And how might L&D get much more comfortable in that space as well? So the learner almost becomes a learner for other people, the educator for other people, and L&D becomes a facilitator in that space. One innovation, quite difficult to think of really. There are so many really, and I think the whole thing about learning technologies would be about how they keep up to speed with the learner, that they keep up to speed with business need in terms of delivering what we want in that space. But I think the key thing is the more involvement we've got of the learner in their own learning, that helping them to discover fresh knowledge, to uncover things, to share things across business units, etc., and become much more quicker, more rapid and faster in that. And we've done some early experimentation in our talent programs. So when we look at our aspiring talents of the future, we're engaging them a lot more in the use of social media, in the use of online technology in terms of their own learning, but particularly sharing that learning as well. So I think that'll be a key difference we got here, that L&D won't be the sole proprietor of fresh ideas and transforming ways and that sort of thing. It'll be much more about us capturing that knowledge in the organisation and harnessing that and taking it forward.